Hello, my friends. This is Andy coming to you live from Orange County, California. I'm working on a project, or the project I've been working on for quite a long time. I got 3 training programs: a basic, intermediate, and advanced series of videos that take you through how you start your own TV show using StreamYard. And again, it's a basic version, which has about 5 or 6 videos in it, maybe more, and then intermediate, and then advanced. I've been talking about it for a little bit, but just was putting together a few videos on how to repurpose. And the advanced program, that's where I'm at right now, is the advanced videos. And that is how to take these live programs that I do, which are several, and in a podcast, and how I take the live recordings and in some cases turn them into print. I will use them in other platforms like Rumble or Parler or LinkedIn or something like that. How I've been able to use them to write a book, and then of course how to reuse them as an audio podcast. And as I was doing this, I thought, you know what, I'm going to share some of the tools. I'm not going to go through all the training because the training is actually in the program. So if you go to andyislive.com, that will take you to the landing page for live streaming using StreamYard. Live streaming with StreamYard. And so it's just andyislive.com. I figured that was shorter than doing the live streaming with StreamYard. Was a very long URL. So I shortened it up and got andyislive.com. All right, so you just go to there. That will take you to the landing page that will show you how to get into the 3 programs. Pay one price, get all 3 programs. It's a really, really good deal, by the way. And another thing I've been telling people, if this pandemic and the shutdown has been affecting you, and you've lost a lot of income, and it's just a little bit over your head right now, private message me and I'll send you a coupon code with $10 off or whatever it is that you think you need in order to be able to afford it. Because I would like to help as many people as possible start their own TV show, because who knows how long we're going to be shut down in our homes, and the only way of communicating, selling, doing commerce, doing seminars, helping people with counseling, teaching people how to cook, teaching people how to ride horses, how to mow their lawn, whatever it is, you can do it using live streaming and some other platforms. I'm going to share some of those platforms with you right now. So first of all, before you do anything, you're going to go to getstreamyard.live. Getstreamyard.live. That's the program I'm using right now to go live to you, which is allowing me to share my screen and have the bells and whistles and the intro and the countdown and the music and all that kind of stuff. I'm now talking from what I call my teaching desk, which is alongside my studio. Behind me, you see my mics and the Rodecaster, which is right here. You got the mics that are right. Wow, how do I do this? There you go. Mic's right there. You got your ring light right here. In the program, I teach you how to do your lighting, how to consider, what kind of background you're going to do, all that kind of stuff. Sound, blah, blah, blah. It's all in there. And we start, again, very basic. All right, so that's that. I'm going to be telling you about Kajabi. This is my affiliate code here, which is onlinegurudeal.com, onlinegurudeal.com. They just put up a new deal. And the reason I use these branded URLs is because they send me links that are affiliate codes that do 2 things. It gives me credit for sending you there, and sometimes it'll give me a discount on something or pay me a little bit of money, but it'll also give you a discount. It'll also give you some type of extra program. By using this URL, it benefits you and it benefits me. And that's with all the platforms. You get something by using that one. And then I'm going to tell you about Repurpose. So you're going to go to repurposevideo.now.com. All right. I'm going to share some of those in the chat a little bit, in the comments a little bit later on. If you have any questions about what I'm about to show you, let me know. Make sure and comment. Say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what platform you're watching on, because right now I am on. What am I on? I am on my personal page. I am on the Facebook Live TV show. I am on live, all these places. I don't even know. Oh, this is my celebrity page, I guess you call it. We're on the Business Accelerator group, a private group where our mastermind group is. We are on the Book Publishers Network, which again is a private group. We are on YouTube, and we are on Twitter. You can only have 8, so I wasn't able to do Twitch also. If you have permission to go on to LinkedIn, you will also be able to go live on LinkedIn by using StreamYard. So again, go to getstreamyard.live, and there's 3 different levels you can buy. With the last level, the pro version, you can go live on 8 different platforms at the same time. So that's how I'm able to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of this frame. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And it is, this is Repurpose. Oops, let me go ahead and change this. Oh, no, it's fine. So this is Repurpose. Repurpose. Hold on, I got to get there. There we go. Repurpose allows you to repurpose the videos. Now I'm gonna zoom in here. Let me see if I can do this here. So right here, what I'm going to show you, and again, there's a training program. They do great training in the program itself. In my training program, we talk about this a little bit more. But I'm able to take the names of my shows that I do. So so you see on the right where it has the Facebook logo. Here under name, these are all the different shows I do on those platforms. So it's the Andy Falco Show. I have a dog training one. Today's CBD and Wellness podcast. The Andy Falco Show is another thing. It's a different workflow. So that's why it has the same name as the one on top. This workflow is audio. This workflow is videos up at the top. And then so on and so forth. Snippets are when you take a portion of a video and you use like 10 seconds of it, 15, maybe 30 seconds of it, and you make it into an Instagram post, that kind of stuff. So repurpose allows you to do that, and then so on and so forth. So these are different workflows. If I slide it over here to the right, you're going to see here where you have a Facebook Live that I turn into a video that I use in other places, which I'll share with you in just one second. I then will take the same Facebook Live and turn it into an audio file, so I can use that in a audio podcast. And if I scroll down here and see this podcast logo right here, this is today's CBD Wellness podcast. And what I do, once I post that podcast, it'll automatically, and Repurpose does this automatically, so it saves you a lot of time, turns it into a video that I can post on YouTube. All right, takes an audio file from my podcast, turns it into a video. How does it turn audio into a video? Well, it gives it the sound waves and gives you your branded thumbnail. So a branded thumbnail with audio waves that move, which then becomes a video. So you can take an audio podcast, turn it into a video, and then upload it to YouTube. I can also take that audio podcast and upload it and put it into Facebook, which I do automatically. All this stuff happens automatically as soon as I put it into podcast, and it's all set up perfectly. And then I have Facebook posts that go to Dropbox and other versions of that there as we go further down. And there's more. I'm just showing you a portion of it. Let me go ahead and come back to my camera here. So Repurpose is an app all by itself. And you're going to go there to go into repurposenow.com. repurposenow.com. Here, I'll put the URL up here. It's this one, I believe. Yep. Repurpose Video Now. Sorry. Repurposevideonow.com. And what it does, it just saves you so much work. So you can do it automatically or you can do it manually. So when I finish this Facebook Live, for instance, if I have an automatic sequence that I need to have happen, in other words, if I want it to automatically go to Dropbox after I'm done, I can have it do that. Or I do it manually. I do some of mine manually because not all the videos I do on Facebook Live do I want going into the same folder, or do I want them, they're not all gold. So I want to have a little bit more control. But if you are confident that every time you go live that you want that to be saved into a Dropbox, then you can have it automatically. You can also use which you guys know as a hashtag. If I put a certain hashtag, so let's say I put dog, hashtag dog, in my video description on, say, Facebook, for instance. So when I'm in StreamYard, if I'm creating the title and description, if I put hashtag dog, I could have Repurpose when hashtag dog is used, it'll trigger the video then to go into the Dropbox. Without the hashtag dog, it won't. So Repurpose is an amazing app. Hani Mora is a friend of mine now. We've never met in person, but we've talked online, and I've interviewed him several times. Has done a great job with this platform. His whole purpose in life is to repurpose your stuff so that it happens seamlessly and automatically when possible to save you time. And so that's why I like Repurpose. If you don't have Repurpose, you're making a huge mistake. If you are a content creator and you want to take and you do live videos and you want to be able to use it in blogs, you want to write a book, you want to use it as an audio podcast, you want to put it so that you want it to upload to other platforms, again, like Rumble or Vimeo or what have you, you can have it do that for you, or into LinkedIn. All right. So some of the automatic repurposing will actually go into LinkedIn. All right. So that's repurposevideo.com. So let's say, let me go ahead and get rid of the frame again. Now let's say that I want, there we go. If I want then I have a training program like Kajabi. So Kajabi is the back office, or the back part of a product that I'm creating. And this is the advanced portion. All right. So the advanced portion of whatever, this is a video that I did live, and now I was able to upload it and use it in this platform. I gave it a title and put it in a certain category, and in the body I was able to use the same links I'm giving you right now, which is where repurposevideo.now.com and onlinegurudeal.com. And then you have a thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. So let me just show you really quickly how easy this is. So if I go to this program that I'm creating, which is the advanced course, and you're going to see I have how many videos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos so far. All right. And this, and then I have another 9th one coming up later on today. So if I want to add a new one, all I do is hit this plus sign, add post, and I'll just give it a name, test for broadcast. All right, so I'm going to end up deleting this later on anyway. And so here is the new post. I click on it or the pencil, and then to upload the video. All I'm going to do, and now remember, I finished, and let me come back to my camera really quick. So remember, if I was to, which I did with one of these videos, if I am creating videos live, right? So I'm doing it once live, teaching you something, and you can do this in a private group. And then after you get done with the live and you get it into Dropbox, you can then delete it if you want to. There's a whole number of strategies that we'll be talking about in the advanced course, is that you do a live video teaching something in a private group or even in a public arena. After that live, when you end it, it'll be uploaded automatically to Dropbox. So this is happening all by itself. You've set this up ahead of time. All right, so now if I go back to the screen to save me time, all I need to do now is go to video and then select video. And then on the left here, you might not be able to see it, but right here where I'm hovering over, it says Dropbox. It goes to Dropbox, right? And right down here, I'm going to scroll down. I have a folder that's set up. So Andy Falco Show. And you see these are all my lives that I've done over the last couple like the last couple months that are all right here. Do you see how, you remember the counter? I can see that. So if I wanted to pick one of these, this is the, if it's the one I did last, it'll be right here. And all I do is click on it and it'll start uploading. See how that works? And now it's already done. So I did the live video. It automatically went to Dropbox. All I did was go to my Kajabi platform, give it the title that I want to give it, and I hit I find it in Dropbox and click on it, and now it's uploading to my training platform. And you can do the same thing. And then, of course, like me, you could sell that training program for a very reasonable price or a very expensive price. I know people that are selling online programs in Kajabi for $1,000 to get into a training program. And that surely, it's something that you can do depending on what it is you do and the value you put behind it and that kind of stuff, your authority in the niche. You can do that. There's things called a tripwire, right? So you could have a short training program that you sell for $2, $7, whatever it is, something really cheap to get them in the program to show them what it is that your expertise is and your authority in that thing, whatever it is. And then lead them to, okay, that's the $7 one. And now I have a $150 one, a $350 program that if you want to go to the next step, this is what you do. So let's say I was to take my basic, intermediate, and advanced courses and do the same thing. I could sell my basic course to teach people how to do live streaming in a very basic way using their phone or using a computer and maybe a desk lamp like this one here as their light. As their lighting. Oh my gosh, I was going to try to show you something. So this is a desk lamp that you could use as your lighting. And then maybe the camera that's on the computer, and you can go live and start your show. So very basic. Then I can talk about your background. This isn't a great background. It's just a background that works because it's my teaching studio, and you can see my children walking back behind me. And you can choose not to do that if you don't want to. But we talk about that, when you might want to do that and when you might not want to do it and that kind of stuff. So those are in the basic video. So now I want to sell that for, $2. Then the intermediate I sell for $15, and then the advanced I sell it for $150 because it goes further, right? It only has 8. It's probably going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 16 videos because I'm going to tell you how to repurpose your live into an audio podcast and have it all happen automatically. We're going to end up teaching you how to do that and how you can do that without having to do without doing editing if you want to, and then hardly any editing if you want to. So there's a great deal of things you can do with this platform. All right. So now if I come back to Kajabi, because now it's loaded, you can see that there it is. So there's the video. It's already uploaded. I just need to save it. Now let's go here, and now I want to select a thumbnail. I just could select the thumbnail. And again, on my computer, I've already created a thumbnail of some sort. Let's say, no, not that one. Let's do Where's, there you go. And we just want to put that one in there. All I do is hit open, and it'll put it in place for you. And then there's a thumbnail. So in Kajabi, I was able to upload the video from the Dropbox portion. I was able to upload the thumbnail. And this is just an example. Like I said, I'm going to end up deleting it. And then when I want it to be published so people can see it, I just hit this button here that says published, and there's where it will be. All right. So that's the easy way to go. Last thing, and I just want to make sure and delete it before I forget. I don't want it to really be in the program because the thumbnail and the video do not match. All right. Next, so where do I go to create the thumbnails? Well, of course, we go to Canva is one way. You can also use Google Slides to create thumbnails. You can create frames in Google Slides, and that's for free. Or if you want to go a little bit advanced and have some templates, there are where all my thumbnails are. So the thumbnail that we just created for this live broadcast was created here, and then I download it and upload it. All right, let me see if this worked this time. Okay, good. So the thumbnail is going to be there for your broadcast. Now, let me go ahead and come back to my video for 1 second, or my camera, sorry. In the program, and I'm not sure if I talked about this on a live that I did about this topic earlier or not, but what I suggest when you're using StreamYard is I always suggest to people that have a thumbnail that you start with your video, and mine was this one. Watch, I'll show you what it is. I'm going to remove my video for 1 second. All right. Let me just hold on. I got to take that one out too. So I'll remove my video, and here is all right. So that is the thumbnail that I'm using. Why do I start with that showing for about 3 to 4 seconds? And then at the end, I show it for another, 5 or 6 seconds because of this reason. You can also use the same thumbnail in most of these things, but in this case, if I'm uploading to Rumble, and this works for other platforms too, and go ahead and come back to my broadcast here, or to my my screen share. If I'm uploading to Rumble, and oh no, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. So sorry. There we go. So uploading. Do you see here? See that blue spot right there? That is the thumbnail. I didn't upload a thumbnail. It's the thumbnail for the show. So all I need to do is select that thumbnail for it to be the one that will show when I post the video in Rumble. Do you see what I'm saying? So I was able to save my time not to have to upload a thumbnail. Now there is a place here on the right next to that blue square where you can upload a thumbnail. But again, when it comes to doing these, doing all these jobs, all the tasks it takes to do the live video and then repurpose it in all these places, the 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes and sometimes 15 minutes it takes to do some of these tasks, when you can automate them and make them happen without you having to download and upload and wait and do all this kind of stuff, it really begins to add up over time. So if I'm doing a live broadcast, I get done with the live broadcast, I'm going to use that live broadcast in Kajabi. I'm going to also use it as a podcast. I'm also going to send it into other platforms like Vimeo and Rumble and MeWe and where else? LinkedIn, if I don't have permission to do a live video on LinkedIn. If I'm going to do that, I want to make it as seamless as possible. So again, if I go back here and show you the frame, if in the beginning I'm using StreamYard, .live, and that's the program I'm using right now. And then if you want a training program, go to andyislive.com and then use these other tools. Oops, wrong one. Use these other training programs. Repurpose Video Now, which is Repurposed. It's my affiliate link. You go there, sign up for Repurpose. And again, I think there's more than one level that you can sign up for. This Repurpose alone will allow you to save so much time because it does things automatically in the background. You finish your live and then boom, stuff starts to happen and you have to do nothing. You just simply go to your Kajabi platform, you upload the video that you just got done doing, you go to Canva, and all you do is cut and paste the title, and now you have a thumbnail, and now that's created and what have you. In Rumble, if you've done the job of using the thumbnail at the beginning for 4 seconds and then at the end for 4 seconds, it'll show up as a thumbnail for your video. You click on that, it's already done for you. All that stuff is done for you. So these are the tools that I wanted to bring to you. Again, this isn't a training tool on how to use them necessarily. I'm just telling you that I've been using most of these things for a few years now. I like Kajabi, I've probably been using for 5 years, I think. I'm not sure how long they've been around, but I've been there since the beginning. So Kajabi, I've been using Repurpose probably for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a tool that it's one of those tools. Have you ever bought a tool and then you never used it again? Have you ever bought a training program that you bought but then never went to? I'm guaranteeing you all these tools that I'm telling you, because I know I bought them all. I bought ClickFunnels, Confusionsoft. I bought all kinds of platforms that I've used, that I purchased and never used, I should say, or used maybe once or twice and then forgot all about them. I continuously use Repurpose all the time. Every day it gets used for the most part. Kajabi I used, you can't imagine how many training programs I have in Kajabi that have made me a lot of money over a period of time. It's one of the greatest platforms on the planet for sharing online training programs. And then, shoot, what was the other one? Hold on, I got to click on it. Oh, StreamYard. Of course, StreamYard. StreamYard is amazing. I've used most of the online platforms where you go live. And I do love StreamYard a lot. And I can't say enough about the guys, and the other companies are good, and I've used them, and on some occasions I use them still to this day, but I cannot say enough about StreamYard and how great they are with all the programs. Let's see who's on. Martin Lopez, I'm working on a landing page right now in Kajabi. Fantastic, Martin. Martin, if you're not using Repurpose, Restream is another platform, by the way. Repurpose, you should consider it. Just go to my URL that I have listed there. Gosh darn it, keep clicking on the wrong one. Repurposevideonow.com. Repurposevideonow.com. In the comments, I'm going to put the URLs, and that should save you a little bit of work. You don't have to type it in there. So let's do repurposevideo.now. I got to copy and paste. I'm going to save myself some typing. And that's how I am, right? That's how I am. I do everything I can to save myself time. And I keep things in notes, and all my hashtags I already have all typed out, so I don't have to keep doing it. Copy link. So this is for Kajabi here. Now I'm getting errors on some of these platforms. Some platforms don't like redirected URLs. And of course, this is a redirected URL that you're going to be getting here. And so you're going to see from time to time, when you're doing this yourself. Oh, absolutely. Rick was asking, do I like StreamYard better than OBS? Absolutely. I used OBS for a very long period of time. I could not wait for something like, I think from OBS, I went to Be Live, and then to StreamYard. I've been using a bunch of others at the same time. Blue Jeans is another one. Of course, Zoom, which is, it's not like, Zoom is for meetings. It really is not a platform for creating a show where you can have all kinds of bells and whistles. And that may change. Everything changes as time goes on. But StreamYard, OBS you can use as a virtual camera too if you're really stuck on using OBS. And I used it as a virtual camera with Be Live, and something else I was using. There's a couple other platforms that I use, and I've used them all. I think I did 600 and something shows or 700 shows with Be Live. I probably did almost 1,000 shows with OBS over the years. OBS was around before any of these platforms were around. I used a Meerkat. I used Blab. We used I can go on with all the names of the things that we use. How are they different? Just in the sense, and again, I haven't used OBS now, so I'm not sure what has happened now with OBS. With OBS, with StreamYard, one of the biggest things, and this is one of their tenets, or the most important thing that Gage and Dan say about their platform, is its ease of use. I can go live in a matter of seconds, both on my computer or on my phone. I can literally just hit 2 buttons and I'm live. And I'm streaming across Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Twitch all at the same time. 5 different Facebook pages all at the same time with just a couple clicks of my thumb or my mouse, right? And then I have, everything is in folders. So I have all my intro videos and my frames. They're all in individual folders, so that depending on what show I'm doing, I can click on the folder and all those things will be available for me. It automatically saves into onto their platform. So I can go back and it lists where I can click on YouTube and use that link and send it to a friend. A friend will say, hey, can I get a link to where that is? All I do is click on the button and it gives me the link. I don't have to go to YouTube, find my video. In StreamYard, you just click and it gives you the URL for wherever you're broadcasting to. It has 1080p. OBS probably has 1080p at this point, but it has 1080p for StreamYard. Banners, easily changeable banners. These banners that I'm using right here. So if I just click on these, they just pop up and they're always there. Easy to use. It has a ticker underneath. And all these things are in the program. You don't have to set them up every time you go live. They're just in folders, and I can have everything all ready to go at any time. Easy URL to send to your guest to come on live. Rick, you're one of the people that came on live at some point. So again, still, I mean, there's just so much. Just back when I used OBS, it did not have the ease of use and bells and whistles that StreamYard does. BeLive is another good program. I used it for a very long period of time. I just like a StreamYard for a number of other reasons. One of them is quality. And the way that in most cases, now my voice may not be clicking directly right now with my mouth, but in most cases it does, because they have their own dedicated server that they use. Most platforms don't. And so the dedicated server that StreamYard uses is very powerful. And for the most part, it makes for a very good stream, especially in 1080p, which I'm using right now. And so rarely do I get that thing that happens where I'm moving my lips and the voice comes a little bit later. It does happen, but especially on days like today, or eras that we're in right now where social media platforms are straining a little bit. It's going to be one of the better platforms, regardless of how poor the internet is, the interwebs are, because there's high traffic times and there's low traffic times. In the high traffic times, StreamYard performs better in my estimation compared to what I'm used to with some of the other platforms. So that's another one. So hopefully that was helpful, Rick. You're welcome. You're welcome very much. Thank you. What other I was sharing? So onlinegurudeal.com came through. Again, I got a couple of errors on the other one that I shared, repurposevideonow.com. So make sure that if you're on one of the platforms where this didn't get kicked out, I think it's just my personal page and Facebook Live TV show. I think everybody else got it. And then let's go ahead and put Get StreamYard Live. And then the most important one will come after that. All right. So this is for StreamYard. And I'm telling you, I would love for you to use these URLs. These are obviously affiliate links that I'm sharing with you. And I would hope that you would use them. And Rick, we got ours organized so that you're one of my affiliates, by the way. And then the last one, this is the most important one. Oh no, let's give you Canva too. So this Canva link that I'm going to give you gives you a discount. So use this Canva link. If you don't have Canva, I'd be surprised. But if you don't have it, go to Canva. Easy to use platform. Very good platform. I love it. I've been using that. I don't know how long, maybe 7 years. I don't know how long I've been using it, but it seems like a very long time. And then the last thing is the training program. Oops, I missed an H on the, oh, sorry about that. If you look on the Canva, here, I got to do it again. Don't use the one that I just put in there. I missed the H on the HTTPS. You really don't need that, by the way, but it's just the, there you go. So that one will work. Sorry about that. In the earlier one, it doesn't have an H on it. So you're going to click on it and it's going to go nowhere. Yeah. People have had Canva forever, Fran. It's hard to find somebody who doesn't use Canva, but there's a discount for using Canva. And then the very last is the most important thing. This is my training program that has the basic, intermediate, and advanced. Again, I just want to make sure and let you know that if you, for whatever reason, the price, it's very low. It's like $49, I think. It might be, yeah, I think it's $49. If for whatever reason, you maybe have a friend who you think could use training in StreamYard in going live. Because even if you don't use StreamYard, the program will still work. It's just that I demonstrate StreamYard. you're going to have to take some of the things I say and understand that I'm showing you specifically in StreamYard, but it all will work with Be Live, OBS, Blue Jeans, whatever it is you're using to go live. My training program will help you with those programs too. It's just I won't be using StreamYard in my demonstrations. It's all about lower thirds. All those programs have lower thirds. About creating frames. All of them will allow you to put frames up. Your lighting, your sound, all that, it doesn't matter. It's universal no matter what it is you're using to go live. And so it's just that I happen to like StreamYard, and I want to make sure that it's understood that I'm using StreamYard as the demonstration in those training videos. So that's, again, another thing. So go to andyislive.com, andyislive.com. It's 3 programs of 6 or 7 videos in each one of the programs, basic, intermediate, and advanced, that will help you go live and create your own show. Who knows how long we're going to be able to last on some of these platforms. A lot is happening. A lot is going on. And so, or how long we're going to be stuck in it may get worse as far as lockdowns. And so having a way to communicate, going live, creating training programs, if you're in business, if you're a coach, a fitness coach, if you are training people how to cook, how to do sewing. I know people that use Kajabi to train people how to ride a horse, how to do archery, how to make flies for fly fishing. I just saw one for kayaking, a fantastic job for kayaking. As a matter of fact, if you click on onlinegurudeal.com, I believe onlinegurudeal.com, I think that sends you to a guy who's using it to show people how to do kayaking, I believe. It changes every so often, so they may have switched to somebody else. There's a lady that's doing makeup. There's a lady that teaches, of course, how to do photography. And so Kajabi could be used to train people to do all kinds of things, including how to go live on StreamYard. I'd used it for dog training. I've used it for, that's how I originally started using Kajabi, was to teach people how to do dog training. I have a reading your dog raw and natural, feeding your dog raw and natural using Kajabi. It's a great training course that I put people through, different recipes for raw diets for dogs, teaching how your dog not to run out the front door, teaching your dog and manners at a dog park, basic obedience, advanced dog odor detection. So for narcotics dogs and bed bug detection, I have a Kajabi training course for that. So whatever it is that you can teach people to do, you can do it in Kajabi. Do your live streams, teach them how to do it live, and then delete the broadcast. That way they can't go back and watch it, and it'll create the need for them to buy your program. That's just one way of doing it. Maybe do one video on training and say, if you want to see 5 more training videos just like this that goes further, get into andyislive.com. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm sharing some stuff with you, but there's a lot more into the program. And of course, it's even better than what I'm sharing with you today because I go into a little bit more detail. All right. So hopefully that all makes sense. So I've shared a lot of links with you. I just thought I would do this on this Saturday. There's a lot of other stuff going on. I thought I'd, throw this up for a little bit of distraction for people. But if you are going live and you plan on reusing that stuff, which you should, that's always that's one of the most important things you can do as a content creator, as an authority. If you're an author and you're doing live broadcasting, you want to be able to reuse that live broadcast in many different ways, little snippets, creating a blog, writing your book, doing a whole number of other things. Get repurposevideonow.com. It's actually called Repurpose, but that's my branded URL. Go to repurposevideonow.com, and it's really easy to use. There's training videos. If you have any questions, you just contact their support. Hanny Mora, a friend of mine, that one of the things one last thing, and I know I thought you probably thought I was going to be signing off. All the companies that I'm sending you to, for the most part, and I can't always guarantee it, but for the most part, their support has been fantastic. I do not like any of the companies that I use that do not have great support. I will drop them very quickly and find another one. I will go to even a little bit lesser program if their support is better. If the lesser program support is fantastic, I will use them. I cannot stand companies who have horrible support. So a company by the name of LiveLeap that I used to use a great deal of, I never recommended them. I used it all the time because the platform was good, but I never recommended them, because what always happened is that I would recommend them, somebody would get it, and then they would start messaging me about how they can't get a hold of anybody and nobody's helping them with a program. So if I could help them, so I became their support. I don't have time for that. I have I can't even tell you. You don't even want to know how many messages I have pending in Messenger right now, in my text messages. You don't even know. What is on my phone, and my phone, and this is horrible, and it's really bad. And I really try hard, but, yeah, 157 voicemail messages I have to yet listen to, 64 text messages I haven't read yet. So there's so many places people try to message you. I am sorry. I apologize. These last 4 or 5 days where I've been doing my show, my messenger has filled up. I have to scroll so far down to get to the beginning of the messages over the last weekend. It's because the shows I've been doing have been a little bit controversial. So I've been getting a lot of messages in Messenger, a ton, and a lot of requests, and they're sending me all kinds of info. So I apologize. If you're one of the people that have messaged me and I haven't returned a message in a while, it's because of that reason. After I get done with this, I'm going to start tackling some of those messages the best that I can. So either today or tomorrow, if you've sent me a message and I've not gotten back to you, hopefully your message will be one of the ones I see pretty soon. I got to get a bunch of those text messages too. And remember, I have 5 kids too. So, all right, my friends, I love you guys. And thanks for watching, and start using some of these programs, try them out for a little while. Most of them have 30 days where you can try them and then start paying. So click on them. There's no harm in clicking on them and checking them out, and seeing if there's something that you may need to use in furthering your authority and expertise and whatever it is that you do. And I'm sure it's great. All right, my friends, love you guys. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to take a look and see what I'm doing. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.